If your car is picking up knock and you got a Power of C controller, what you can do is you can go down to settings, go down to it's hard to see on this, that is injector ignition / ignition. You click on that one and press next, and then you've got the ignition on this side and injector on that side. What you want to do is drop the whole map down by 3 degrees. You can press down 3 times and it'll go to -3, and that'll detune your whole map by 3 degrees. This is only temporarily, and when you switch off your car and turn it back on, it'll change it. So what you want to do is, first, before touching this, you want to boot your car in a higher gear, because in higher gears it shows more knock usually. Preferably 4th, 5th's a bit too nuts to boot it all the way through 5th gear. So try 4th gear. Note down where the knock is in the revs. Write that down. Then go back to here, ignition, and take 3 degrees off the whole map. Then reboot it through 4th gear and see if the knock has significantly gone away. If it has, that means your timing is a bit advanced and you need to lower it a bit. Now what you can do is go to monitor, go next, and go to 2 channel, and you'll select knock and the revs, engine revs, and you can either get a mate to have a look at it in your passenger seat or yourself. You can set up your phone to record this, or you can go into a graph mode by pressing up, down, I forget which one, but you can work it out. If you hold it down, get out, and then go back in, it goes into a graph. But I prefer this screen here. Yeah, you can. If you're by yourself and have no friends, you can just record it with your phone and then play back later. Now, you'll pick up where the knock is. Oh, first of all, if you significantly lost a lot of knock with the 3 degree less on all your map, you need a pinpoint, because most of your map's probably fine. You probably just got 1 or 2 cells in your whole map. That's I'll show you what a cell looks like. Go settings, ignition, go up. That's the ignition. Alright, that's a cell. Each block is there a cell. You got the top row here. Sorry about the quality, but I'm sure you can just make out what you're saying. Top row on my standalone is 0 load, so it's like having it in neutral and just revving up the engine. And then up the top is RPM, so it's RPM right across. So from here it starts at 0 RPM and it works its way up all the way up to 8,500 RPM. Alright, then you can go down here and that's load, so it's like that's in neutral here. So when you redline it, will just use all of well, actually goes down like this a bit, and it goes down like that if you rev it, but loads down here. You'll realise this later on, what load is, you'll pick it up, but it's more in a higher gear. Now each one of these blocks is a cell, and one of these, or 2 of these, or maybe multiple of these numbers are too advanced, so you need to lower some of these numbers. But you can't just go lowering any number anywhere and just hope for the best, or guessing where it is, because that ain't going to work. So once you've found out that your car does have knock and you want to fix it, and not temporarily fixing it by dropping the whole map down by 3, because you will lose power, and you don't want to lose power if you're spending a lot of money on your car. What you need to do is pinpoint exactly what part of the map is needs retuning or adjusting. So what you need to do is choose a nice safe road, nice big open road, boot it in 4th gear, obviously record where it knocks, but what you need to do is go down to map tracer, and what this does is it lets you record all the cells that your car is using at that particular point. Now, right now the car's off, so it's in the top screen, but when you turn on the car, it'll be somewhere around there, and if you rev it, it'll show dots all across down there. What part, you can play around with this, you'll figure out what I'm talking about, and you can rev it up and down, and the little dot will go all over the joint. To record it, you just press, I think it's next or across, I forget which one it is, and it'll start recording, so it'll permanently colour in all those cells up for what you are using at the time. So if I press record and I boot it once, it'll record all the cells that I boot it through. And so what you do is you set it up, you're on the road, you're in 4th gear, you get your mate to press record. As it's just recording, you switch back to 2-channel, and then you boot it, and you take note of where the knock is at 7,000 RPM or 5,000 RPM. You note that it's knocked at 5,000 RPM. You go back quickly, look at the map tracer, look on the row where it says 5,000 RPM, note down where the cell is, and then you go back to settings, you go to ignition map, and you find that particular cell on that map, and you change it by 1 degree or 2 degree, depending on how severe the knock is. And you keep doing this in all gears and all loads, and you eventually fix your map like that. Now, I suggest before you get started with that, you go through your ignition map and write it all down on a big piece of paper. That's what my map looks like. Now, if the ignition map didn't help you, changing it a few degrees down, you still got that knock. It could be various problems. First one I'd say was you might want to look at is the amount of boost you're running on car. Lower a little bit of boost. Also, look at your injector map. You might be running your car too rich or too lean, causing it to knock at the same time. You'll need a AFR gauge, got that out, fuel ratio gauge. I don't have one, so I can't really show you what it looks like. Every car has a different amount of fuel that you should be pumping into your car, and well, at certain RPM you gotta have more or less. You can Google that, find out how much fuel you're meant to be pumping in at your car. You run the same, it's pretty much exactly the same as the ignition map. So I'll show you what the fuel map looks like. That's what the fuel map looks like. It's a whole bunch of numbers, 20 by 20 once again. Now what you'll need to do is find out how much fuel you need to be running on your car, and then go back to you need to go to monitor, go to trace map, have your little AFR gauge hooked in. That's not an AFR gauge, that's an oil boost, or oil pressure. Find out the amount of pressure you need, the amount of fuel that you need for your car, and how lean or rich it should be, and note it as you're going through your map tracer. If you find that it's too lean or thin at a particular RPM, you just lower or raise it on your with the help of the map tracer. Knock can also be caused from other things. Your engine could be failing. I'm sorry if you haven't fixed your problem by now. It's probably just bad news from here on in. Engine could be on its last legs and about to fail. It could be caused by a slipping clutch. It could vibrate, or an underbalanced pressure plate. There's maybe a bit of exhaust rattling on the bottom of your car, or like I said, once again, your engine's on the way out. So cross your fingers it's not that, and you solve the problem with just the ignition and the fuel map.